screen. Oops, hang on a second. There she is. Hi, Ellie. So Ellie's up on the screen there, guys. If you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're streaming live across 8 platforms tonight. We're on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and 5 Facebook groups, including 2 huge groups across the world. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world, of course. And if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then you can come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and you'll see me there where I'm live on all those pages that I mentioned before. We also have a beautiful prayer. It was Mother's Day yesterday. I had the day off, which was really beautiful. And I have a beautiful prayer from Miss Wendy Harvey from my spirit writer from Queensland. She's written a beautiful poem for Mother's Day, so I'm going to read that at the end of the evening. But welcome to the show, guys. I'm an international medium, so what I do is I relay direct messages from spirit, and spirit comes through in all different ways for me. It's all the clairs, so the hearing, the smelling, the seeing, the feeling, especially the feeling. I've always got to get rid of that first. I always have the remote viewing, which is my specialty. The difference between psychic and mediumship is that psychic is past, present, and future readings, as well as the mediumship is from the past loved ones or your past loved ones. So they'll show me everything out of my mind's eye, which is pretty much on everybody's right side of their face, which is the subconscious mind that does all the background, fixing and healing in the background with the mind to the body. So if you're not getting enough rest at night, then you need to have rest, because that's what your body does from the 24 hours beforehand. It will heal itself and it repairs during the evening or when you're asleep. If you want to have a look at that, you can go to the Chinese body clock on the internet and just look up Chinese body clock as an image, and you will see all the different images. You'll see all the different areas of what the human body will do when it heals at night after you've gone to La La Land to sleep. So let's go and say hello to a few people. We've got Jess Black. She says, good evening, Spirit, Leslie, Ellie, and Rage. All wishing you an awesome week ahead. Thank you very much. And Jess Black is first off the rank, Jewel Polglaze. Jewel Polglaze is usually, for the last 15 or 18 months, has always been in first and second gear or first and second position here. Regan King, hello there. She says, good evening, love, Leslie. Hope you're well this evening. I'm fantastic. Wendy Merce Martin, hello. We've got here Annette Clark Nicholson, hello there. She says, I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. Yes, we certainly did. Timothy Hooker has been referred to from Regan. Thanks for joining us. We've got Jen Hill, Grand Risings, and we'd love from Nova Scotia, Canada. Ellie always tells me how to say the names of the countries because I don't know how they, some would say, because when you look at Scotia, it's Scotia, but you'd say it, I'd say it's Scotia, yes, but it's supposed to be Scotia or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go. So something like that, even Ellie does. So we've got Chloe CJ here. She says, hope you all yummy mummies got spoilt over the weekend. Regan King, happy Mother's Day for yesterday also. Thank you. Jess Greaves says, hello, how are you today? Leslie, hope you're well. Donna Brooks, Grand Rising across the universe. So tell me where you're from, guys. We've got here Sharon Jordan, hello. Zaria, hello. We've got Jess Greaves from Bolton in England. Thanks for joining me. Maxie Green, she says, hi, Leslie. Hi, Spirit. Would I be able to have a reading, please? My family has lost another family member. We are all very saddened by losing my brother-in-law, so tragically gone. Thank you, Leslie. Now, when I before I got here tonight, Maxie, it's really bizarre because I had a huge pain in the left part of underneath my left rib cage, and just as I was calling out your name, Spirit gave me that pain again. Now, I don't know if that's from your brother-in-law or from someone around you, but he just gave me that pain again, and I want to refer it to you straight away, or I don't really want to refer it. I want to pass it over to somebody in the live here because it's definitely not me, because I didn't have that pain before I got into the car. So, and yeah, I feel like that this is something around either the lung or the kidney area around somebody around you. So if that's not you or if that's not your brother-in-law, it's definitely someone around you. And I actually feel like this could be an elderly lady around you. And I'm getting the anxiety around you too, Maxine. I feel really sorry for the family because I feel like this was such a, I've just heard surprise. So the surprise is very, it's daunting for everybody. It's taken everybody by storm. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm also seeing like the wind just blowing really fast at the moment. I don't know why, but they've just, he's showing me the, I don't know why I've got to say this. I have to say what I get. Otherwise I get, no messages at all. But Spirit's showing me like wind blowing really, really fast outside your house. Is that right now? Because I just see there's like a storm or some sort of whirlwind or something like that. Unless that's the family, I can't really quite understand what he's meaning about that. And I'm also seeing pennies as well. So when I see the pennies, I'm seeing them go out and they're flicking out. They're flicking out like little what do you call it? Like little like cards, like miniature cards as well. So this is tiny pennies. Normally I see the really quite big pennies, but this one's here is just like flowing out like they're just little tiny cards. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling like there's empty pockets around the family at the moment. Is people struggling to get some of the money together for the funeral? Is that correct? Look, I just want to say that he's saying, don't worry about it. He said, I'm happy with anything. So whatever you do, he's happy with anything that you do at the moment. Okay. And who's the person that gets the itchy nose? Because I've got a really, really itchy nose at the moment. And I just want to say the anxiety is not just with you, it's with the whole family, okay? So, and I really feel for everyone. It's like take deep breaths. When you take deep breaths, you actually utilize the whole section of the lung. So the top part of the lung, which is the apex, and then all the way down. So the top part of the lung is what people mostly breathe from. So I want you to take a deep breath in and hold it in and then breathe out really slow and then let the lung release, and that'll start to make you feel better. It'll start to reduce your anxiety a bit, I feel. So, and I also get 16 around you. 1 and 6 is 7 in the month of July. And I keep getting 16, 7 in July for the past few weeks now. I get 13 as well. 1 and 3 is 4 in the month of April. So what's going on around you between between last month and this month? Because I just said 4/5. So April / into May. So what is that into the May cycle? So I'll leave that there, but I just feel really sorry for the family. The family, I can see the tears. The tears aren't going to stop for a while, okay? And I know that sounds general, but this is a really traumatizing time for the family. I'm just getting, lots of hiccups around what's going on there, and I'll leave that there. And I'm really sorry for your loss. If you could validate any of that, that would be amazing. Thank you. And tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. We've got Ellie in the background there. She's a little bit unwell and didn't want me to catch it, so I've dragged in my dear friend that I've come to become really good friends with since February, since the AGM.
Yep.
So that's beautiful. So we've got Mooka Taylor. Hello there. How are you? Patricia Thompson. Hello. She's from Arkansas in the States. We've got sorry, Zaria, I just had to read what you asked for first before I actually read it live. She says, can you please tell me if I'm meant to wait for the job I want, or if Spirit wants me to get out and take what is available to get where I need to be? 1000% you need to get out and just take whatever you can at the moment, because there's a few stepping stones to get to where you want to be, okay? You can't just expect things to be put in the platter into your plate, okay? There's no silver spoons here, Zaria, I'm hearing. So waiting is going to be torture, because you're going to be looking for other ways of trying to get money, and not the right way, if that makes sense. So you need to go and look at another form of stepping stone. I feel like there's going to be two stepping stones to get to where you are with this role. Okay. I'm also getting 17 around you, 8 in the month of August. So what does that mean to you? And I also have an elderly man here as well. Now, this man, he's got a little bit of a belly. I feel like he had something not right with his stomach, the lower part of his stomach, like either prostate or definitely you with the anxiety as well, or this father figure here. Father figure. And I'm just feeling like this man has had some issues around the lower part of the stomach, okay? Lower belly. He says, you remember Austin Powers, where Austin Powers says, get in my belly? You remember that one? So, yeah. And I get the number 12 around you. So 1 and 2 is 3 in the month of March. So look at that, and December. So I feel like December is going to be a little bit more trying for you, even though it's around Christmas time. But I feel like it's going to be a little bit more trying for you. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we've got Regan King here. She says, hey, Lesley, can you please pass on a message onto my poppy? So whatever you say out loud, whatever you feel, whatever you think, whatever you do with regards to any past loved ones, they already hear it. I don't even have to say it there, Regan, but I will say it on air. So she says, can you please pass on a message onto my poppy, who was a diesel mechanic, that the car I'm driving really needs a bit of help and guidance at the moment. Finally got it back on the road yesterday, only to get off the road again this afternoon. This car feels like it has gremlins in it. Oh. Well, first thing is, you don't manifest what you don't want, okay? So that's the first thing. Regan, you should know that with me. You've been on here for a while. So ask him to come along and fix the vehicle for you. And lo and behold, you'd be surprised. Things will just snap your fingers and it's already changed, okay? So look at things like manifesting exactly how you want the car to be the following day. I mean, I know there's some little issues with it. I feel like, I don't know why, but I know he's a diesel mechanic, but I just heard gearbox. Is that correct? Something not right with the gearbox. That sounds really bizarre, but I just saw underneath the car and I saw the back axle, and I think that's the look. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm anywhere near a mechanic. So, but I get gearbox around it, and I'm also getting 17 for you, 8 in August. And also, did this man also or yourself have pain in the left side of the hip area or into lower back? So from the rib cage to the top of the crest of the hip down into that muscle, which is your glute med, glute min muscle, glute max. So the butt muscles, I should say. So I feel like there was pain there as well. And did he also have legs that were also, or maybe yourself, that are numb sometimes? Because I'm getting numbness in my legs. And I feel like this might have been a diabetic or diabetes or onset of diabetes, and he didn't know maybe, or something like that. Or is that yourself? Numbness in lower leg. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of anxiety around you as well. This car has caused you this. Look, I just heard he said it was a lemon. Sorry, but that's what I'm getting. So, but it's time for change with that vehicle. I know that you want to keep it because it's sentimental to you, but yeah, I think that he's saying even if you upgraded it, he wouldn't be unhappy because he doesn't want you to break down anywhere, if that makes sense. So I'll leave that there. Oh, thank you there, Miss Simonetta. Simonetta Giostini, she's from, where is she from? Let me, not New Orleans, forgotten it. Ellie would know. So good evening to both of you, or three of us. For anyone that does know Lesley, she's an amazing soul and psychic. Thank you. Follow and share her page. Thank you. You're very sweet. And I had a lovely Mother's Day too, and I hope you did too there. So we've got Cassandra Beck, hello. We've got Danielle Pearson, hello. We've got Irina Leaf, hello. So send me your questions, guys. Tell me where you're from, suburb, state, country, county. We've got Irina Leaf, says, good morning, ladies. She says, showing love from Orcansay in Ontario. It's currently 7:12 a.m. and the birds are chirping. How cute is that? Love it. Theona Grayling, hello there. She says, I am in hospital from yesterday, abdominal pain. Oh, so the prayer that we do tonight will also relate it to you there, Theona, okay? Because we want you to get better. And I feel like you're going to be out of hospital like tomorrow, like even tomorrow lunchtime or tomorrow evening, okay? After they do all their checks and stuff there. So hang in there, all right? It's not the end of the world. But I feel, did you have appendicitis? Is it on your right side, this pain? Because I feel like it might be appendicitis. Fiona Grayling, appendix. I don't know. I just saw that right side and I felt the pressure there. We'll find out. What else have we got here? Oh, thank you. Look at this, Regan. Thank you. Okay, what else have we got here? Okay, someone says, may I have a reading, please? Moving forward with our business. What are the next steps we need to take? Also, my daughter and her boyfriend asked me to help with their wedding as their personal planner. Is this good? What date do you see this happening? Oh, I get October. That is so beautiful. I said that to them when I did the private reading. I said that to them. How beautiful, and I'm excited for them. And I don't want to like break up too much and tell you too much. It's going to be amazing though. Can't wait. You got to send me lots of photos. I wish I could go. um, her boyfriend is your son-in-law too, by the way. He's a very sweet man. But what do I get for the business? Oh, look, I do see when I see business when I do business consulting, I see the rocket and I see the land. So the land is like this. Let me move the mic a bit. The land is like this, and I see the rocket at about 15-20%. And by about July, it's going to be 25-30% up in the air. So brace yourself because you're going to be very busy, not just with the wedding planning and everything like that. So if you've got now, which is May, June, July, August, September, October, so you've got 5 months. So what's coming up in 5 months? So I thought the wedding might be in October, but I feel like it's going to be better in either February or March next year, just after winter. I don't know why. I just saw February slash into March. And who's the person that's getting migraines around you as well? Because I've just got a huge headache. Is that you with the headache? I feel like it's more on the left-hand side. Left side, like left into the temple, is someone grinding their teeth? Because I feel like my jawbone is really quite sore now, but I do get the pain all on my left side. Okay, so is that the son-in-law that's getting the headaches as well? I've forgotten his name. Son-in-law. I've done readings for the whole family. They live in Canada. So I've done 2, 4, 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of them within 2 days. So yes. But I also get number 11. So definitely November coming up is going to be very busy for you as well. So brace yourself there. Get a lot of rest now. The time is to get the rest now. There's Simonetta. You know I'm right with this because I feel like things are going to ramp up. So just between June and July, watch out because things are going to start to escalate. Okay, so you think you're on the rocket now, you're going to be flying it. And I'm talking flying to the moon. Okay, so I can't wait to see the results. I can't wait to see how everything goes for you and the family. Okay. All right. There you go. So Regan King, she says, yes, I just realized when you said no manifesting negative. Yes, of course. See, you know better than that, huh, Regan? And we'll just see what Ellie's got. So what we'll do, Ellie, is if you could put the validations up there and then Rage can read them live on air.
Oh, no, I don't want to read them.
You don't want to read them? So how am I going to get this one? So we'll have to get the microphone over to Ellie because I have to put it on here.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'll read out the validations because we can't get the microphone to us. It's really quite easy. If you want to just read that out.
Okay, so yes, Lesley, we are all very shocked and saddened by the brother's passing. And yes, all the family has lots of tears. And his daughter, my niece, is struggling a lot with the funeral for him, and it is raining. ATM, there is
at the moment, yeah.
Yes, at the moment, there's a lot of wind. Oh my gosh! So that's what you said, Lesley.
Yeah,
outside my niece has no money to pay for this funeral. Validated there again, which is also so sad. And for her, she is only 24 years, so such a young girl. And my niece is very, very sad. A lot of crying, as it was a tragic loss losing her dad, for sure. And my daughter's birthday is July the 15th. So thank you, Lesley.
Oh, there you go.
Great validation there, Lesley.
Thank you.
Go Spirit.
There you go. You can't get any better than that for Spirit, eh?
No.
But the wind, I feel like that the wind is escalating outside because of the emotions in the family. I feel like this is the actual. It sounds crazy, but how on earth would I have known out of all these things to choose from around the world? How on earth would I have known that, guys? So
sitting here in North Mead.
In North Mead, Borkham Hills, in a soundproof studio.
Yeah, hello.
And they're overseas. So
that's 100%.
That's crazy.
Spirit.
That's Spirit for you. So who else have we got here? Thank you, Ellie. She's in the background. So you see how you can see the validations up there? So you'll be able to see them on the screen there. And I'm really sorry for your loss there. It's really, really sad, Zaria. Everything will be fine, okay? So everything will settle down. It's just the shock of it all now. It's going to take a little while before people, get over that shock. But can you rest assured and tell them that, because I have to say this, and I know I've said this 1,000 times, but when somebody passes over, I never say that they died or they're dead or they, whatever, or it's death. I hate that word, to be honest, and hate's a strong word. But what I usually say is that they passed over because they have to pass from the living life into the afterlife, and they're always there. Their soul does not go anywhere, but it hangs around the family. So rest assured that the family will always have signs. So they'll have these little tiny signs of like butterflies or feathers or something unusual, like a feather in the bed or something like that. Like, how on earth did it get in the bed, or the light will start flickering, like we just had the light flickering in there before we got into the studio here because of some emotions that I had. And it's spirit will do funny things, and spirit will protect people as well. So just call on them, and they will come down, and they will be there by your side, and they'll be protecting you. But it's just like a vehicle. It's just like a car. You have a motor in a car, and it's always running. So the motor is always, the soul of the body. It's always running. It never stops. So the soul comes out of the vehicle, stays to the side, and then what it does is the vehicle just just goes away. It rusts away. It just goes into the earth or wherever it goes. So you always got to remember that they're always by your side, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. So let's keep going. If you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I'm here. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, as well as some big Facebook group pages. And we've also got here a few more people here. So we've got Nella C. Hello there. We've got Ash Meadow. She said, I've been getting beautiful angel numbers, counting my blessings and manifesting big images on replay as motivation. Go girl. You're on fire. I love it. That's how we should be. We should be always manifesting things that we want and not what we don't want. We've got Wendy Harvey. She says, well done. You read that beautifully. See, there you go, Rach.
Oh, thank you very much, Lee. Thank you. First time ever.
As not yelling on through the microphone. Well, that little evil laugh. Did you hear that? Oh, yeah, there you go. So now, mind you, let me tell you a little bit about Rage, right? So Rage, if anybody knew Andrew Denton, she comes from the days of the commercial radio days where she had amazing times. And I used to drive in my car driving to work wherever I was going, and I used to remember this woman on the phone always getting called up by Andrew Dent. I'm thinking, who is that woman, man? She's cool, and then here she is sitting right next to me now, which was Rage.
Yes.
And which radio stations was it?
Triple M. I was with Triple M WS and Today FM, but the ultimate hill to climb, the mountain, was Triple M.
Yeah,
because you can be anything you want to be there.
There you
go. They don't try and put you in a box.
Oh yeah, and unlike other studios,
don't like boxes.
Me either. Yeah. So Kirsten Apps, hello there. She says, hey, beautiful Lesley and Ellie. Hope you've both been well. If any loved ones would like to be connected today, thank you, Kirsten Apps. All right, I can't remember if I've actually done one for you for a while there, Kirsten, but I'm gonna do one for you now. So I do get 12 for you, 1 and 2 is 3 in the month of March. So I feel like December is a trying time as well as March. I feel like March was really quite busy. Now I'm very dry in the mouth. Are you feeling dehydrated, or is somebody that's younger, like a younger male? I see like a son or a younger nephew or someone like that around you that's unwell or that has really, really dehydration. I see the cracked lips on the face as well, and I'm getting like a really, really dry mouth. So I do feel like this person needs to have lots of water. So top up if you're not drinking. I also feel like there's a number 17 around you, and 8 and August. And who's the person that has like the sinus issues? And like when your nostril pops and like you get that polyp or whatever they call it, and it pops and it feels really good because I get sinus, but it feels like a little bit of the face is a bit sore. Like if you touch underneath the bone of the cheek, you can feel that it's a tiny bit sore there. And I've got a lot of people with anxiety tonight. Please, everybody, top up your minerals. Go see a functional medicine doctor. Magnesium is fantastic for minerals and for your heart, because I have to take it for myself. I do have a heart murmur, and so I take it for my heart murmur, and I also take it for my sore muscles. And I've got a lot of sore muscles right now because I've been training. But yeah, lots of things coming up for you there. I feel like there's a couple more obstacles, but I feel like the obstacles are going to be just like everyday normal things, but you're going to find a little bit hard. But once you get over the first one, you go, hey, piece of cake. What's next? You know, bring it on. So, but I do feel like that things are going to change around you around October this year. So hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing for you. Okay. And if you feel like you're in quicksand, I see you in the quicksand as well. You are in the quicksand. I feel like things are just getting a little bit tight around the home or around communication. I'm saying zippity zip. Okay, so spirit shows me different things in themes, and when someone has to pull back the reins, they show me the zippity zip of the lips. So I want you to zip it up for about 2 to 4 weeks, and don't go out of your way to say anything that's going to be detrimental to the family. Okay, so pull it back a bit. That's what I'm hearing, and I'll leave it there. So, okay, so Karen Riley, she says my power was out all morning. That's not good. Oh, here we go. Okay, so more validation. There we go. So we've got lots of it here, Rage. So you're ready for this one, or you want me to read that one?
Which one's this one?
This one here is from Regan King. She says validation.
She's up a bit.
Up a bit there. Oh, sorry, there. I'm blind as a bat. Okay, there you go.
Okay, yes, I have
A
prolapse
prolapse
disc
yeah.
in my lower back. Left side is worse than the right hand side, but have been feeling like my hips are twisted and out of alignment lately. It feels like it has been a lot worse in the last 6 months. This is something I have dealt with for the last 18 years, though.
Wow.
And have always had terrible circulation in my legs, but
Yeah.
it is progressively worse. But I am just so used to it now, so it feels normal. Car was great till a friend touched it, typical, and he put the computer on it.
Yeah, I've heard that before, actually.
Okay, and lots of error or problems come up as being disabled since he cleared them. Battery drained constantly. Now it's like the starter motor and alternator draining the battery. This is the third battery, and they're getting about a week of life each battery. Wow, that's nothing, and that definitely shouldn't be happening. It's left me so frustrated.
Yeah,
well, a battery's life of batteries a lot longer than a week.
100%.
And
but I don't know why I still see the gearbox there. So I feel like the gearbox one is it front wheel drive or all wheel drive? This car. So I don't know why I see the gearbox. I feel like something's not going to. Don't let him touch the gearbox. That's what I'm hearing as well.
Go to the records and get in your alternator and starter motor.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, thank you, Mar. She said, this is a beautiful explanation on crossing over. Yeah, so, you know, spirit doesn't go anywhere. Your soul never dies. You're like, I hate that word die, but it never goes anywhere. It's always with you. It's
energy.
It's energy.
You can't destroy it.
100%. And everything is an energy. So once you start to understand the energies everywhere, you'll go, oh my God, that's doing this is doing that. And that's when you start to open up everything, and everything will start to come clearer to you. So
pure energy. You become pure energy.
So Amber Clanton, she says, what page for the mini reading? You're on the page there, lovey. It's the Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air page, and I'll leave that there. We're going to go over to our sponsored ads, and you're listening to Alive and 90.5 FM. And
your sound, your community.
Yeah. We're going to get one drink.
There you go.
McGrath understands how
so they can hear everything.
With proven systems and marketing strategies,
Right,
creating great results and making lifelong relationships. With 18 years' experience, Brett Humby of McGrath Northwest will provide a professional yet.
Yes, I love all your caller-inners, Lesley. They're fantastic people.
Does everyone like my hair? I went fro today.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
It's a bullfit. That's my natural hair. It's annoying. I didn't have time to straighten it. Oh, here we go. Miss Harvey, thank you. She sent me, I might just turn that down a touch. She sent me, it's either one way or the other. It's either too low or too high. Miss Harvey, I think I'm going to do my, the prayer. She says, Mexico, I believe. Mexico, right. I'm going to do the Mother's Day poem that you sent me.
All right. 29, 28, 27.
So have we got all of them?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
They're all pumped up now for the hour.
Yep, beautiful. Well, then we'll do we'll do the one at the 10 o'clock mark.
Yeah, you got next
That's
hour.
Perfect.
That'll come through soon, so don't worry. I'll have that under control. That bit I can. Get ready.
No, Marge, she said you have wonderful company there today.
Hey?
Oh, Welcome back to welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. I'm live across 8 platforms tonight, including the Alive 90.5 FM radio station. I'm also alive. We are live. Sorry, across YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble, and 5 Facebook groups, including the Alive station as well. So come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see me there. We are streaming across the world. And if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, I don't use any cards, guys. This is my desk. Okay. So that's just me. I have direct messages from Spirit. We don't use any cards here. I don't use any tools at all. I don't need them. If I had them, I wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. So we've also got here Kirsten Apps here for you there, Ellie. There you go there, Rage. So back over to you. We've got another validation.
Okay, Kirsty Laps validation. My daughter has dry lips, and my sinuses have been a bit funny. Me and Mum have been a little bit neck and neck, but I think it's my hormones due to buds.
Oops.
Only 9 weeks ago. My anxiety has been high due to my best mate, gay hubby, being very unwell, so been heaps worried about him.
Oh, jeez. There's another one there for you.
Validation, Reagan King. I have just been lying and listening to you live, and all of a sudden I had to go a dull pain right in my side and my butt, and just under the hip bone, a real dull ouchie. Well, sorry if you are getting it, because this pain was a new pain. Haven't felt this before, and I don't want to feel it again. Well, either does Lesley.
Nor do I. So I have to get rid of it there. Regan, don't you worry. Let me tell you, it's got to get, that's the first thing I do. As soon as I get pain, I've got to say it. Because I don't want to be having everybody's pain all night. Can you imagine taking it home? No, thanks. So what else have we got here? Oh, that's a good idea there, Nella. She says to anyone with circulation issues in the legs, go barefoot on the grass. The earth's energy helps, sending lots of healing energy to those. That's 1000%. It's amazing how much the energy from the earth can help people. They call it. There's a thing called earthing mats, 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 and I've got some at home. But because of the vinyl was so new, it smelled so much. I have to leave it in the other room till it stops smelling, so I can actually use it. So. But apparently the earthing mats are really good for you. You can buy them for your desk and you can buy them for your feet, and you just take your shoes off, or you can lie on them, and you plug them in and they do their thing. They heal you, apparently. I don't know how true it is. I wouldn't have a clue. I haven't tried mine yet, but I've got 2 lots at home. I actually bought my boss one, but I don't know if he's going to be into that stuff. God love you. Regan King says, I love your hair. I love how relaxed and full of energy you are tonight. More quirky energy. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, you couldn't, if you saw me 10 minutes before the show, you would think a different person. So, hello, Mansell. My partner is being very secretive and territorial at the moment. I'm moving into his home. He wanted this. I had to sell mine, and this is what's happening. Is all okay with him, us? At times I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, well, there's a reason for it, lovey. So I do feel like there's something not right. Okay, so if you're picking up on it, then clearly there's something not right. You know him better than me, and I'm just thinking out loud. I do. What's the number 14 to you anyway? So 1 and 4 is 5 there, Helen. What's that mean to you? I don't want to just play on what you've just said. I don't want Spirit to just, play on what you've just said, but I'm just getting 14. 1 and 4 is 5 in the month of May. So this month is going to be a very trying month, okay? So I do feel like the pressure's on now, and it's just going to escalate a little bit before the end of the month, and then things are going to settle down. Now, he's not used to having people around him. That's what I feel is the issue here. And when a female goes into the male territory home, I feel like that the female wants to, take over the show, or they're scared that the female's going to take over the show there. So pull back the reins and just see how it goes there. Look, I'm thinking another 4 to 6 weeks and things will just settle down. Okay, I think he's just got his toes out of place at the moment. It's like he's treading on water. No thanks, Jill Polglaze. We won't be doing that. So I love your energy here there today. Thank you. Regan King says, I live in bare feet, hate shoes, always have only owned 3 pairs of shoes. That's cool. Gosh, you wouldn't like my wardrobe then. It's full of shoes. Oh my God, I wear them to death. Let's keep going. Shanae Reginage. She says, I'm struggling with what to address. Was always looking for a sign or message from my sister, but now my nan has just passed also. So if anything from them or anything. Oh, lovey. Shanae. That's a really nice way how you spell your name. I have to go over the page. 1 second. Chenai. And Radnage. I'm really bad at pronunciation. I'm good at some things and I'm bad at other things, which is, I guess, that's normal human nature, huh? So what do we got? We've got your sister, from your sister, and your nan. Okay. So let's keep going. So I get 16 again. This number keeps popping up for 7 and July. I'm also getting 14 around you as well. So 5 and May. So definitely May, and the anxiety is through the roof with you as well. So lots of things coming up for you. I feel like things are going to settle down, and this is going to be just after July into August, okay? So look forward to that, because I feel like I do see smiles on your face, okay? So I know that things are doom and gloom right now, and I know that you're suffering, but the more that you talk to your grandmother and your sister, the more they're going to show you signs, okay? This is with any spirit that's passed on, okay? So that's how it works. If you're, because you said here, you said I was always looking for a sign or a message. So when you say that you're always looking for it, they will show you. But what happens is that people expect the past loved one, which are not familiar with coming to people like me, which is a medium. They're not familiar with that. So what they do is they have to use a lot of energy for them to show me what's going on, or what they can show me to get you to validate. But also what happens is they use faint messages to the loved one that they're showing the message to. So for example, they're not going to come out and you're sitting there by yourself in the kitchen, having a drink or coffee or whatever. They're not going to come along and just sit beside you transparently and have a full-on how are you conversation with a coffee with you. They can't do that. It takes a lot of energy to show you things. And even when they come through for me, it's like when you look in through the shower mirror, when you come out of the shower and the shower mirror is a bit misty, then it starts to fade off. That's how I see my remote viewing. It's like the mist is there and it all comes crystal clear to me. It's just like you looking out of your eyes right now. So when they come along and they show you a faint message, don't expect to see all like this full-blown message where it's going to be, a hi, how are you, or, let's have a coffee. They can't do that, guys. So you need to look for the faint messages, such as a feather, such as the light flickering, such as when you're feeling down, you feel some warmth behind you and there's no sun. It's things like that, You'll see, like I said earlier, a feather in your bed, which is very unusual, or you'll see a feather in the car. You'll see different things, and you'll notice different things. For example, if it's a person by the name of Terry, like I just heard the word Terry around you, I don't know why. And if you hear like that name, if it's a person, for example, that's passed on, that's got the name as Terry, you'll meet somebody in the next few days with the name Terry, if that makes sense. And that's a reminder of them, because that's what they'll do. They'll draw things to you so that you can have that sense of peace around them. Okay, so look for the little signs. There's all tiny little signs. And even me as a medium, for example, if I have a pain in my body and it's just a tiny little faint pain, I have to say it. That's how I work, because that is not me. I know when I've walked into the studio, I haven't got one pain at all. I don't have any headaches. I don't have any toothaches, shot in the arm, stabbed in the back, broken back, or legs taken off, or whatever, or in a car crash. I don't have any of that pain before I walk in here. So I know I need to pay attention to all the tiny little faint pains. And if I start doing that straight away, and I always say to my spirit, whatever you do, I don't want any messages prior to my show. I want you, which you did before I got here, because I had a huge pain in my left side. See, it's gone now. And
Reagan.
And what I say is, I don't want any messages before 9 o'clock. I want everything. I want the whole smorgasbord at 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and then I don't want nothing after. I don't hold crystals under my armpits. I've worked with psychics that put crystals under their armpits to protect themselves. They wash themselves and have showers, wash their hands, wash tarot cards. They do all these rituals before they do a reading, one reading, and they'll do the rituals after the one reading, because that's how they operate with their energy and what they talk about source and stuff like that. Me, I just say, Spirit, protect me 24 hours a day. I just want the messages when I'm on my live show, and that's it, or when I'm on a private reading. I don't want no messages outside of that. All I want is you to protect me, my family, my friends, my pets, my house, my car, and my work. That's it. That's all I want you to do. So that's what you need to ask for, is things like that, guys, because it's not always a strong message from Spirit. We expect too much sometimes. So, and I'll leave that there. A little tip from the other side, that was. Okay, let's keep going. What else have we got here? So any more validations there? What do we got? Is there any more from Ellie? No. Nope, we've done that one. So send me your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across 8 platforms tonight. So Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and Alive 90.5. We're also on another 4 big Facebook pages. Okay, there you go. Shanae Rudnidge, she said, you actually pronounced it correctly. She says, Tamara came to me once in a dream and said she will always look after me. Then she disappeared. I found a feather in my bed the other day. See, what have I just been saying? There
That's
you
it.
go. There's your message, darling. Okay, so 100% she was there. Well, I didn't even see that message. You just saw what was on my screen then, Rage. How cool is that?
Yes.
So there you go, because I saw the feather in the bed again. That's why I kept saying it as a reminder. Yeah, so Regan King, she goes, wow, really? And Lesley just mentioned it. That's how Spirit works. Like, I'll say things at work. Like the other day, we had a site that had the scaffolding fell down from all the wind, and I said to the boss, I said, did anyone go and check that site? And I feel like something's not right there. And he's looking at me, goes, no, it's all right, it's all right. We get back to the office after me and one of the other work colleagues had lunch, and sure as ever we get a phone call, and sure as ever the scaffolding's down the sides, down the cliff. Can you believe it?
Oh,
Down the actual cliff. So
really.
yeah. So Tiffany Lynch says, thank you. I will look for you on those places. I'm feeling a bit lost and overwhelmed with what's going on. So the more you say that you're feeling lost and overwhelmed there, Tiffany Lynn, the things will keep happening. So I'm going to say it, and I say it for every show, is you need to go watch the Secret full movie on YouTube. It's free, and it's all about the laws of attraction. So whatever you think, whatever you whatever you think, whatever you feel, whatever you say, you're manifesting that for the universe and Spirit to join together, and they link together because all they want to do is please. So anything that you say, feel, or think, Spirit jumps up in the air and goes, oh my God, universe. And universe goes, oh my God, she wants this, she wants that, even though she doesn't want to not have money, for example, or even though she doesn't not want her life to be in a disaster or chaos. But they go, oh my God, we don't know we don't know yes or no's, we just know right. We don't know right or wrong. We don't know positive or negative. All we know is that literal, which means that you're going to get anything that you say or you want.
And
okay.
And don't forget, the universe gives you back tenfold of what you put out there.
1,000%.
Tenfold. That's what
So
they say.
it's called karma.
100%. So if you put out positive, you'll get tenfold positive back. Negative, you get the tenfold negative back.
100%. So I'll give you a perfect example of this. I don't know if I told you this story once, Rage. I had a PT client many years ago, and I accidentally bumped into her at the grocery store, and she used to tell me about her husband and how her ex-husband, and how her ex-husband used to always, verbally abuse her, yell at the kids and scream and carry on like this. And then sure as ever, she's laughing. And I said, what are you laughing at? And she says, well, she goes, remember I used to tell you about my ex-husband screaming all the time? And I said, yeah. And I go, like what? And she goes, well, guess what? He's in hospital now with throat cancer and can't talk. I went, oh, well, there's his karma. So there you go. I said, well, I told you it'll all come around. So there you go. That's how it works. So whatever you're doing to people, if you've got demons inside you, if you've got anything inside you, whatever it is, you will attract the opposite. Okay. So whatever's going on in your life and you're pushing that out to somebody else, you don't want to be doing that, because you are going to attract it. You are going to get it back tenfold. So that's the biggest warning I can give to everybody. So you've got to send love and light. You can't be jealous. You can't be telling people, things that are, without getting your facts right. You can't be telling people things that are not right and then expecting it to play out your way because you feel it's the way that you want it to be. You can't do that, guys. You've got to actually think about what you're saying and feeling and thinking, because if you don't, it will come back and it'll bite you tenfold. I've seen this 100,000 times. Another example, I just remembered another work colleague who used to, the general manager of a company when I was about 21, he used to abuse all the sales reps, right? He used to give them hell. Anyway, turns out that he got quite sick later on after about 10 years, and he got quite sick and he couldn't do the role of the general manager anymore, right? So turns out one of the salesmen came up and became the general manager, and guess who used to throttle him? So they say, careful how you treat people on the way out, because you're going to meet them on the way down.
Yeah.
Don't you just love that?
That's right.
I'll never forget that. And that gentleman that I was talking about, the one that used to scream at everyone, he went into being a sales rep. He ended up having prostate cancer and he passed. But he used to travel overseas for the company, and I'll never forget him. I've got so many little gifts from him at home that he used to give me all these little gifts, like, because he lost his daughter very young. And I don't know if he thought of me as a daughter, but I was very young at the time, but he used to bring me all these little tiny gifts from him from overseas. So he was very sweet. His name was Pat. I'll never forget him. We used to have the biggest laughs. He was hilarious. So Shanae Rutnin, she says, puts my mind at ease. Given the events of the night she was killed, yeah. She says, I know she's not mad at me. I tried to find her. She said, yeah, we'll see, Lovey. When they go to the other side, Lovey, they don't actually feel any remorse against anybody. They don't feel any jealousy. They don't feel any pain. They transfer across to the other side in a neutral position. It's just like I go back to the car analogy and I say, you put that car in neutral, and that's how they travel across to the other side. They can't go in first, second, or third gear. They have to go across in a neutral position. And I'll leave that there. So let me go back a bit. Who else have we got here? Yeah, look, there's a lot of people around the world that are suffering at the moment. There's a lot of things that people need to do for themselves. In other words, to research themselves, to research things that are good for them, to research, like I was saying before about the secret, and that's been amazing. That changed my whole life. I tell this to people because I want people to have a beautiful and fantastic life. We only get one shot at this life, and it's called life. And what's the saying? There's another saying, life's not a rehearsal, it's the real thing. So you need to make the best of it. You need to enjoy it. It's
not a dress rehearsal.
Exactly, 100%.
It's the main show.
It's the main show. And that, where that comes from for me, when I was younger, I had a car and I put it in for service, right? And the little old lady that was standing in front of me, she was a bit frantic because the service guy said, oh, you've got to leave your Subaru into service a bit longer because it's got to have some things done. The parts didn't come in. She didn't know how to get to the hospital, and I was standing behind ready to pay for mine. And she turned around and she's, oh my God, how am I going to get to hospital? And I just said to her, oh lady, like I can drop you off. I've just finished work. I'll pick up my car, I'll just pay for it and I can drop you off. Which hospital? And she said the Sand. Anyway, which is where I had all my surgeries. And anyway, so because my car was a WRX, so I had to push her into the bucket seats, right? She was pretty frail and old. Anyway, so I get her into the bucket seats and put the seatbelt on for her and everything. Anyway, I'm driving, and she says to me, I said, so who are you visiting at the hospital? And she goes, nobody. Oh no. I go, why are you going to the hospital then? She goes, for me. She said, I'm just about to have brain surgery. Oh. And she goes, she said, Lesley, and I'll never forget this, while I was pushing her out, trying to get her out of the bucket seats, and she said to me, Lesley, life is not a rehearsal, it's a real thing. So taps me on the shoulder. She goes, enjoy your life, lovey. That's what she said to me. How beautiful is that? I'll never forget that day. I'm very, very sentimental. So, yeah. So Regan, she says, Nella is talking to Regan. She says, Regan, are you on the grass near the trees? I was watching a study and have had issues myself. I've been doing it near large trees and it's been helping. I hope it helps you too. Yeah, so it's funny how you say that, because I was only looking at a documentary the other week, and it was about some trees and how the trees actually have energy in them to help you heal. It was amazing. So there's a lot of people that go around, like even Andy Dan, she's on here now. she was telling me too that you got to go and hug a tree because you get that energy from the tree. It's
I have
amazing.
a true story. Can I tell you?
Yeah, go for it.
I had a lady in my life. She was Egyptian, and she's very, very hugely spiritual. And she used to go into the orchards a lot. Anyway, she was sitting under the tree. This is when she was elderly, just before she passed. And she was sitting under the tree, and she was hugely spiritual. The tree spoke to her
Yeah,
and
right.
said to her, "I'm a mother, just like you. This is where I bear all my fruit."
Yeah,
How
right.
amazing is
That
that?
is cool, eh?
Yeah,
That's true.
and that's what this, because she was hugely, and that's what this tree said
Did it
to
heal
her.
her?
It didn't heal her. It just said, "I'm a mother, just like you."
Yeah, right. It's so bizarre. Look, this universe, it doesn't surprise me any day. I tell you what, the stuff that I hear,
If
see,
you listen,
feel,
you do get to hear this stuff.
100%.
Yeah, when we stop listening to the
100%.
outer noises.
And it's like, they say that when people drink alcohol or take drugs or anything like that, you can't be a proper psychic or medium if you're on drugs. It's that simple, guys. I can't stress that enough. If you take marijuana or whatever you do, whatever recreational stuff that you do, it's impossible to have spirit completely 1000% on your side. It just doesn't work, so you can't be doing a reading while you're off your face. In other words, I've seen psychics like that. So
Oh, wow.
it does my head in. I think, well, how can you deliver, like they say, the magic mushrooms or whatever it is, I don't know, but how can you deliver a proper message? Maybe I'm wrong, that's just my opinion. But I don't know. I just don't see it right. I don't see it right because I read some things. There's a guy called Jordan Maxwell on YouTube, and he was talking about if you're in that realm of spirit and that you're with, God and Jesus and everything like that, that will take it away when you're with spirit, spirit in your system.
Spirit, yeah, oh, yeah,
Does that make sense?
100%. And also it opens up portholes of things getting into you. Because you never find your life at the bottom of a bottle, because there's always another bottom of a bottle. So spirit, the negative spirits can get in on that because you've left vulnerable. It's actually very scary, especially drinking.
Yeah, there you go.
It's true.
That's why they say, like you get drunk and you can't think straight, you're all wobbly and everything like that. So how can you do a reading? I don't know. It's like they say, raise your vibration so that you can pull in energy. Well, if I was to raise my vibration, like people saying, this is my opinion as well. If I was to raise my vibration, like people are saying, with regards to doing a reading, that means I'd have to go and teach a boot camp class or a boxing class while I'm trying to do a reading. It doesn't work. So I have to, when I'm in flight with spirit, is I lower my vibration. I'm very calm. You just said to me before, how are you so calm? You've got so much to do.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
She's just saying to me,
Oh,
5
yeah,
minutes.
we've got like 30 seconds to go now. I'll just go to the bathroom. Okay. Right. Rightio.
So yeah, and then it's not like I don't know how I do it. It's just
because
spirit.
you don't spirit. That's right. Exactly. You're just the vehicle.
I'm just the
Spirit's
vehicle.
driving.
It's just the messenger.
The spirit is driving Leslie.
Yeah, that's right. 100%.
And she's picking up you guys. You're the passengers in the back seat. It's almost like taxi confessions.
Yeah, I know. Have you seen that guy, that medium? He's called the media taxi. He's I can't remember his name on Instagram, but he drives a taxi. And he's a medium, and he's incredible. He's really cool. Yeah, so there you go. I can't remember his real name on the thing. I'd have to look it up. So Helen Mansell, I'm about to get a moving date this month, so it now gets real with moving in with him officially. Yeah, well, hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing for you there, lovey. So Tiffany Lynn, hello. She says, I have missed you. She says, I haven't been on my feed. She said, you haven't been on my feed. I read for you earlier there, Tiffany. Didn't I? I'm sure I read for her. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think.
Yeah, I read for her. I remember her name, which is unusual for me. I could have sworn. That's one thing I can't remember is everyone that I read most of the time. But I do remember saying something about, you'd have to go back to the beginning of the show there, lovey. I'm sorry. I can't remember everything. Andy Dan, big hi, Leslie and Spirit. I got news, a bit sad, but you was right. Just click, Ed, who it was. I don't understand that one. I'm sorry. But I'm sad you got some news too. Okay, let's keep going. Tracy Gibson, Gina Maria Manfredi. That's Italian, isn't it? Gina Manfredi. So, guys, if you'd like to have a free reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see me there. So, Spirit, what do we get for Gina? So, I do get the number 13 around you. 1 and 3 is 4, and the month of April. Now, who's the person? Now, I said Terry before, or Terrence, or something like that. I said Terry before. Who is that around you? If anybody on here can take that, because I feel like this name keeps popping up. So either Gina, Tracy, Regan, Andy, Dan, Shanae, maybe Miss Harvey. I'm not sure about Harvey, but I just feel like there's someone in either one of those people that's got a Terry or a Terrence or Tezza or something like that. Now, who's that? Now, I'm also getting right pain in my ankle. So has anyone around you or yourself had issues with the right ankle? And I feel like this is female. And this is definitely a sprain because it's hurting my foot now. I got to move it, and it's in this sprain, or could be a high sprain. We used to call it. I used to work for the Giants AFL team, and we used to have to strap the ankles and everything else. We used to have to strap. So, and we used to strap the ankles for the high sprains because they were very common. So, and I feel like this is something similar, or it's a break because it's still hurting me now, actually. And so they're also showing me the fingers. Did something happen to the fingers, like the left hand of the left side of the fingers as well? I can't even write straight. So this person, I feel like this is an elderly lady, and she's got issues with writing because I feel like I can't concentrate. I feel like I'm confused in the mind, and my mind just can't focus on things. And I'm trying to write, but I'm writing all over the place. And I wrote fingers, and I couldn't even write the name. So does this lady around you have issues with concentration, or there's confusion? I'm also getting the pain in the neck as well. So this pain in the neck is quite debilitating. I feel like this person's like this. If that's not you, this is an elderly lady, okay? I do get female. I don't feel like there's much. Now this lady, she's saying, "Where's your handkerchief? Like, where's your handkerchief?" She says, "Your nose was runny." My nose was runny before I got to here tonight, and I was wiping it with the tissue in the car. And I said to myself, "Wow, this is not me. So buzz off, leave me alone, spirit, because I'm getting the pain in the rib." I said, "I don't want nothing before I start my show, which is 9 o'clock, but I got everything tonight." So, and I'm also getting pain in the left side of the rib side as well. I feel like this could be kidney as well for you too. So coming up, there's a few things, and they're saying to me letters in the letterbox, like letters with sentences. So there's a few things, and I see paperwork. So now they're showing me like either contract or letter. Okay, so letter, that's important. Okay, it's like either a contract or I don't feel like it's court. Yeah, I just see letter in an envelope. So definitely letter in the letter. I know that sounds very general, letter in the letterbox, but this is an important letter, and I feel like this is either something that you've got to sign, or that has been signed, or that's had to be delivered to your hand, like personally. So what's that? And I'm getting anxiety from you as well. Now this person, whoever it is, has got pain everywhere. Vitamin D is what I take for my pain. So yes, look it up. Go see a functional medicine doctor, so that you can get rid of all these mineral deficiencies that you have around yourself and the family as well. I just don't feel like the nutrition is right there. Okay, so left leg and left knee pain. And I feel like this is this elderly lady. Now she's shown me the leg is slightly bent. She's giving me, oh man, can you take that away? She's giving me pain right behind the back of my knee. I feel like this is either a Baker's cyst or something not right behind the back of the leg, or broken leg or something, because it's giving me a lot of pain now. I've got to get rid of that. Okay, spirit, you can take that away. You can have that back. Okay, it's gone now, thank God. Okay, so leg. So the back part of the leg, either Baker's cyst or something not right around the knee on the left-hand side, okay? So, and it's causing like arthritic or Baker's cyst pain. I'm not quite sure because it's too much for me now, and I'll leave it there, so I can get rid of it. Thank you, and I'll leave that there. So over to you there. So have we got any more validations there? Ellie? Is Ellie there?
Hello. There's a bunch of people with Terry.
Oh, right. Okay, so tell me more.
So Cassandra Beck has a cousin named Terry. Regan King said, "I have a fractured left ankle," and Terry is Brad's dad, who is living name.
Oh, wow.
Tiffany has an uncle named Terry, and she has a broken right foot, and her aunt has Alzheimer's.
Oh, there you go. That's the confusion I had.
Then
there you go.
Then Julie Gibson said, "My father is Terry Terrence, although he is of this world. The mother, father, or sisters, my grandparents and aunts are in spirit."
Yeah, there it is there, guys. Thank you, Ellie. I have to turn them around. We might have to put the other microphone up so that people can hear us. So here's the Terrence here. I've got the Terry on the live screen, and I've got the Terrence there as well. So
There's
yes, I
more.
keep getting that message before. What's that, Ellie?
There's more.
Oh, there's more. Okay, 1 second. Do you want to grab that other microphone for me, Rach, please? Go, Ellie.
Zaria said, just come back to the live, and my grandfather, who has just passed, is named Terrence and is known as Terry.
Ah, there you go. Wow. Is that it, Ellie?
Yep.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. We're just trying to get these microphones here because Ellie's live from home because she's unwell. And we can hear the little the flu in the background there, Ellie too. So
Well, maybe we'll just go to a pump up these sponsorships here.
yeah, let's go. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM. Oh, there you go. So what I'll do is I'll switch. Can I switch this one to? Oh, it doesn't come all the way over this.
Okay.
Because what I was thinking of doing is putting the mic down for Ellie so that she can say the validations, but it doesn't quite reach that. So she's going to have to talk up loud.
What do you want me to do for this? Cancel or okay for this thing here?
Yeah, just cancel.
Staff members to learn how. Get assistance today. Call Hills Family Funerals.
Just gonna
sponsor. Are
pump
you
off one
planning
of
to
the,
buy a property to live in or
one
for
of the people's
investment?
shows, so they because they're complaining we weren't doing those. So we'll do that. So it's done. We didn't do the last hour, but we'll do this. Then that's it.
I didn't even know what they were.
Oh yeah, that's people's shows point of view.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, and it was sweet.
I've never been shown that bit for ages.
Oh yeah, there you go. We do a couple of sweeps and then you've covered everything. They can't say you haven't done shows or sweeps.
Beautiful.
See? So make sure you're covered.
We are the Inside
And I'll do the
Intelligence
same down
Group,
here. There's only one
specialising in
sweep, that's all you
Australian
need, and there's,
investigations and
one
information
show to
risk
cover that we're doing that now, but for the next lot we'll just do those two little sweeps and
social media
you're done
intelligence,
shows and sweeps.
reputational risk management, internal
can't ask
or
for
external
I'll have to show Ellie.
investigations, professional and proactive
Okay, Ellie,
inside
is there any more
intelligence to
validations?
ensure the success of the investigation.
There's more Terrys.
Oh,
He's popular tonight, isn't he?
He's on fire, Terry.
Oh, Terra. Yeah.
How many?
There's another one. I forgot how many I just read out. There's about 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Oh, there
totally.
you go. How weird. Out of all names, I just kept hearing Terry, and I saw Terry flashing and bright white. I don't usually. Oh, you poor thing. She's crook. Okay.
Schedule a consultation today at infinitydentalcare.com.au. Station sponsor. Looking for a stopover between Sydney and Brisbane? Visit the City Centre Motel.
Oh, thank you, Maxie Green. She says Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. She's just here, which is Julie Gibson from Ontario in Canada. This lovely day of rising at 8 degrees Fahrenheit. What's 8 degrees Fahrenheit? That's 16. That's 20 degrees.
There you go.
I think it's 20. I'm going to have to put it that way. Oh.
Station sponsor Alive 90.5.
I can't do it. Oh no, it won't.
So that's number 3. That's number 1. That's number 2. Which one's number 3?
That's number 3.
Yeah. No, that's number 2. That's me.
So that says guest 3.
Oh, that's this one. Yeah.
Guest 3.
What's this one?
That'll
That's
be 2 or 3.
you.
I'll just stick it all. I'll just stick them all on.
Oh, that one. Yeah. We want me to see what number it is. Is there a number on it? Oh, that's 1.
That's one. There you go. Right, here we go. We're going to go live now, babe. I'll just stick them all on.
Oh, welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome to my show. I'm with Rage here, Pringle, and I've got Ellie in the background. She's alive over there. She's not well tonight. She didn't want me to get sick, so she stayed home, which is a good girl. But she's reading out the validations. We've got a team here, which is really cool. So welcome back to the show. I'm an international medium. I do live readings. This is my 68th show here on a live 90.5 FM. I've done 345 live shows live. So I'm putting my neck on the line to read from spirit, trusting 1000% from spirit, so that I can share my gift around the world and help people so that people can come out of pain, or people can have some bit of, guidance in their life, or, just a bit of reassurance from the other side of their past loved ones as well. So, so I'm just reading something here on the live feed. So Carol Cook, divine blessings from the UK. She said, do you see my intention for a mediation teacher for children becoming popular in my forever home and garden? Yes, I do, Lovey. I feel like it's going to be so rewarding. I just heard massive satisfaction for you. So I really love that idea, and I feel like that's going to be amazing for you. Now, what's coming up in October / into November for you, Carol? I feel like that's going to be an important time. So Carol Cook. And so October into November is going to be a very trying time for you, but it's going to be special, okay? So lots of busyness, they're saying to me, very, very busy. Now, have you got groin pain or right hip pain as well? So right hip and groin pain? Or who's that around you that does? Because I feel like there's a little bit of issues there. It's like compensation for the other side. It's like a pain on the other side, but it's compensating onto the right side, or vice versa. One way or the other, you've got pain in that side there. They're also telling me too, the number 16 for you. So I'm getting 16 a lot for the last few months. It's like what's coming up in July, or the number 16 or 7 or July. It's crazy. And I'm also getting 12 for you as well. 1 and 2 is 3 in the month of March. So I do feel like March was quite busy, quite traumatic as well. It's like there's communication breakdown, and it's only just starting to pick up now. I'm also seeing male and female. I'm seeing, it looks like to me, a son and daughter, but I feel like I just hear 23, 25. So what is that? I saw 23 and I hear 25. So what does that mean to you? So 2 and 3 is 5 in the month of May. And I'm also getting 2 and 5 is 7 and July. So definitely something's coming up for you in July. So hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing. See the connection there? See what happens there?
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So that's how Spirit gives it to me. If he wants me to know something that's actually really, significant,
Yep.
he will show me another way. So he's just said that there, and I just say, okay, it's coming up for everybody. But then he goes, no, here's another way, because it's very significant to them. And I'll leave that there. Jade Donald, she says, hey, Lesley, my sister has had some major health issues and had major surgery last year, and now she's sick again. Is she going to be okay? Yes, I do feel like she's going to be okay. I feel like there's a few little things that have caught the best of her, okay? So, but it's up to you whether you want it to be okay. And I'm talking about this from a spiritual level with manifesting, okay? So when it comes to manifesting, you need to say things like, my sister, I can't wait to see her next week. She's going to be smiling. She's going to be happy. She's going to be this and that. It's going to be amazing for her. Her life is going to change around, etc. You get the drift? So that's what we need to be saying for your sister. But I do feel like there's a couple little niggling things that are going to be bothering her. And they're also showing me her legs swelling up as well. So like the base of the legs up to the knee. Has she got, they just showed me, what do you call those things? They're not like, they're like knee-high stockings, but they're white. What are they called? Pressure, they stop the circulation, like circulation stockings, like what they put you in hospital. I had to wear them when I had my surgeries. They keep the flow of the circulation going in the legs, and I can't remember what it was called now. They're
Pressure
socks
or something like that.
Yeah, but they're really long. They go right down to the toes, and they go right up to the base of the knee. So yeah, that's what I see as well. I don't know why. I just see them for her. So who was that? Who was I reading for? Jade. I do feel like that there's going to be changes now. Is this lady also getting headaches, or is that you? Because I feel like there's dehydration there as well. So top up on the minerals, as well as top up on the water as well. Okay, so water is amazing. There was a study done many years ago by a doctor. He was out in the middle of nowhere, and he was, I think this was from memory, this was a war thing, and the only thing that he had to treat people was water. at the time, okay, because they couldn't get the medicine in where he was. And what he kept doing was every hour he'd give them half a glass of water. Every hour, keep giving them a glass of water, pretending it was medicine, and they all got better.
Placebo.
How's that, eh? That was a study done.
That's called the placebo effect.
So if anything's going wrong with the dehydration or anything like that there, Jade, functional medicine doctors are the best. You need to go and look up something like that for her, because if they've got anything, especially something as crazy as cancer these days, sugar is not your friend when you've got cancer. So you need to stay off the sugar. That's from me as well, because I had cancer 16 years ago and I don't touch hardly anything with sugar at all. And I'm here to say that I'm alive today. So
except for her birthday cake that was mousse. But she ate for days. I
ate for 3 days after because I love it. But
that's once a year.
That's once a year.
Yeah,
and I think you're entitled to that. Yes. I forgot about that. You just reminded me. I could actually do it again.
To forget.
Yeah, I actually think I could do that again twice a year. I think I might have another birthday party.
Yeah, exactly right.
And I love my parties because I love to enjoy life. So there you go.
That's it. And that mousse cake.
Yeah, so Regan King says alcohol 100% the devil blood, I believe. Oh, there you go.
Yes,
could be. Very good point. So Chloe says, well, because you're genuine and true to yourself and you're healthy and your health, Lesley, that's how you do it. This is how we do it. I'm not sure what I said there before. I can't remember, but thank you. So, okay. So Regan King, she says he's an Uber driver. He's great. Do you see the episode? Yes, that's right. This is the guy that's our Uber driver, the medium. So did you see the episode where he had to kick the lady who was a mortician out of? Yes, I did. As he said, she had about 200 souls attached to her and would crash if she stayed in the car. Yes, I did. That was crazy. So the guy that was a medium, the taxi or the Uber driver, that's the medium. He picked up because he's an Uber driver. This is over in the UK, I think, a mortician lady that did all that stuff. And because he said that he had to stop and drop her off because he said that she had about 200 souls hanging off her, and he couldn't handle the pressure and he was going to crash the car. So he said, "Get out." I wish I could do that. Wish I could do that myself. But anyway, Regan Kinch said Terry Brad's dad. Oh, there you go. So, and then Cassandra Beck says, I have a cousin named Terry. So this was really bizarre. Me and Ellie were here, would have been about a year ago now, or maybe less, maybe about 9-10 months ago. And sure as ever, I had twins come up, and I'm not kidding you. That was on the Sunday night, and then the Monday night it came up again. So I said, I get these twins. I said, I don't know why I'm getting twins. And I had Melissa, Michelle, and Paul. And I swear to God, we had 10 sets of twins as Melissa, Michelle, or Paul.
Wow.
Can you believe that? And it rolled over to the Monday night. And I said, okay, Spirit, that's enough now. You're freaking me out.
Yeah, exactly right.
Spirit
even freaks you out.
I know. So Regan King, she says, I have a fractured left ankle, and Terry is Brad's dad whose living name. Well, there you go. Tiffany Lynch says, I have an Uncle Terry and have broken right foot, and my aunt has Alzheimer's. That's what I was getting the confusion with before. Yes, and this is one that Ellie read out before. My father is Terrence, although he's out of this world. His mother, father, or sisters, my grandparents and aunts are in spirit. Okay. So let me keep going forward. So if you'd like to have a free reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're streaming live across 8 platforms, including the Alive 90.5 FM radio station. So Zari says, I was thinking of selling my brownies and doing tarot readings as a little side hustle. Do you see this working out for me, please? Yes, you can do that. Of course, you've got to help people around the world. But can I recommend that you use the cards as your training wheels, like you're on a bike, and then get rid of them later, because you need to just use spirit, okay, and trust spirit. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And also go to the YouTube, look up the truth codes, and scroll down in the video section to the actual section. In the video section where it says Introduction to Gematria. And then you might not want to use the cards after that, lovey. So please go and investigate that. And I'll leave that there. I've got an itchy eyeball now. So who's got an itchy eye? So Brad Smith says, hi, Lesley. I have a massive day tomorrow involving our old landlord. Does Spirit have any advice ahead for tomorrow? We're going into this very positive, beautiful, as everything she has said and accused us of are lies, and we have all the proof. So that's perfect to back the allegations, but still nervous. Thanks, Lizzie. So when you're prepared for things, you don't need to be nervous, okay? So when you're prepared, it's like Rach said to me tonight. She said, you're like as cool as a cucumber. And I'm like 5 or 10 minutes before the show, and I'm still running around doing everything. And when you're prepared for things, and when you're used to something, and you've got all your engines firing, that's what I wanted to share with you there, Brad. When you've got all the engines firing, you know that you're on point, and you've got all the backbone, and you've got all the validation and all the evidence behind you to back up everything that you say. And talk slow, because I don't rush what you're talking in this mediation, okay? I want you to talk slow, and I want you to walk in there like an exclamation mark, not a question mark. Because when you walk in there with confidence, don't walk in there being a little cockatoo, like really cocky about it. Walk in there like a confident exclamation mark, not a question mark. So in other words, don't walk with your head down. Walk proud, walk with your chest out, and just say, you've got this, you know you're going to win this because you have all the evidence behind you. So when you feel like that, you'll portray that. It'll come out, that energy will come out of your system, and you will portray that across the room, okay? And I feel like this is going to go fine for you. So whatever that landlord's doing, I don't feel like it's going to be in her favor anyway, because you've got all the backbone there. So I rest it there. Terry is my father, and he says, thanks, Leslie. Terry is my father, living also, and my partner has a fractured ankle, but left-hand side. How bizarre. See, this is why I still do this, because it's like, it's so fascinating, you know.
Terry rules the world tonight.
Oh my God, go Tezza. So, and then here we are, Zara, she says, I've just come back to the live, and my grandfather, who has just passed, is named Terrence and also known as Terry. How bizarre. Thank you, Zaria. That's so cool. Wow. And here we go. Tracy Dickens says, I have just joined. My father was called Terrence, but we knew him as Terry, and my mum has dementia. And there it is there again. Rage keeps pointing to my page, and there is Terry and Terrence there. This is crazy. Like, this is how strong spirit can be, you know, like it's incredible.
The spirit's not in 3D, see, we are.
Yeah, well, that's true, eh? So that's right. Well, you know, how I see spirit is like a transparent figure, especially when I do the remote viewing. Now, who's got the teeth? I feel like someone's really, really upset right now. I've got to find this person. I feel like, look, I feel like this is Rachel Hutchinson. Okay, so Rachel, have you been crying today or this morning? I know you're overseas. I know this is morning, but I see the tears. I feel like this just draining. It's really, really draining. Your eyes are puffy. Your eyes are swollen. So who is this? If that's not you, it's either Maxie, Andy, no, Zaria, and look, Tracy. Sorry, Maxie Green says, I have an uncle named Terry as well. This is crazy. This is like the twins' night. I'm not kidding you. This is like the twins' night. But
I've actually got a Terry on the other side as well.
Oh, this might be him as well.
No, but everybody's Terry. Terry's just come in full force. But I know a Terry as well from the other side.
Well, there you go. One night I came in here and I said, oh my God, I'm so itchy. I couldn't stop itching and scratching my arms. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that's weird for spirit to be doing this before I start my show. And Ellie turns around, she goes, I think that's me. And I went, oh, okay. And I went, wait, what? And she goes, all my arms, like she couldn't stop scratching because she had like a rash on her arms. And as soon as she said it, nothing. And when I scratch myself when I'm in flight, I don't see no redness. Isn't that weird? That's weird, eh?
Yeah.
My eyes go black. Watch out. No, everybody's told me that my eyes go black. I'm serious.
Oh, I haven't seen them go black yet.
You
can put that Peugeot Guzio down now, mate.
Oh my God. So Jane Donald, she says, yeah, I've read that one. Okay. So Sneezy, you need to make some veggie soup and lots of lemons in everything. So Sneezy is Ellie because she sneezes every time we're in here because of the dust in here.
Yes.
She's very allergic to dust like me, but for some reason it gets her first. I don't know. It must be on that side. I don't know.
Have to talk to those cleaners about that.
Oh yeah, funny that, eh? So Daphne Fontenot, she says, hi Leslie, I'm enjoying your spirit. I have an issue with the sinus that you spoke about, and also the left knee that is painful to bend and stretch. You are spiritually blessed. Can I get a reading? Well, I think I half did it. She said, I'm starting up a business. Beautiful. What does that look like for me, and what does it look like for my relationship, and all the spirits showing you? So I do feel like this is going to be like with any normal business, any business coach will tell you it's always hard for the first 3 years, okay? But I do feel like this is going to be where where your focus goes, energy flows. And it's always a beautiful saying, okay? So look for the signs for yourself. I just saw spirit on my right, or shadows on my right, I call it. And that's the same thing that I get when someone's intuitive like me, or like they've got that psychic/medium side to them, but they're not too sure how to use it. But I do get that for you. And are you nervous about this as well? Because you got issues with your stomach, and and I don't feel like this is hunger pains. I just feel like this is issues with the stomach as well. So let me just jump over the page. Oh my God, I went to the wrong page. 1 second. Daphne Fontenot. So Daphne, I do feel like that the business is going to go really well, but you need to put all your concentration into it, all your energy into it. And this is going to be not for just the first 12 months. I'm telling you, it's going to be 2 to 3 years worth of a lot of hard work. Okay. So don't drop they're saying to me, don't drop the hat. Don't drop the hat on the floor, because if you drop anything, too low, it's going to be detrimental to the business. Okay. So they're also saying to me, I don't know why, but I just saw discount, but I don't want you to discount things too much. Always have this saying in your mind that when you put something down a price, you're devaluing that product. So sometimes it's easier to put it up a couple of dollars and it values the product more, okay, if that makes sense. So I'll give you an example. My daughter is a DJ many years ago when she was first starting out. She goes, oh, Mum, I really want some more gigs. I want to make more money, etc. She was only about 15, 16. And I said to her, well, put your price up. And she goes, oh, no, Mum, I've been putting it down. I said, well, no, you need to put your price up. I said, because when you have a value on yourself and your price is a bit higher, you will get the gigs. Guess what happened? She put the price up $50 a party and got more gigs.
There you go.
Because people think that the more expensive it is, the better it is.
100%.
Even though it's the same as something else that you put the price down, you can go somewhere else and buy it cheaper, but yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you,
Good
Daphne,
point.
is keep the price to a competitive rate, but keep the price where it's comfortable for people, but also put it where it's going to make you the best profit, okay? And you'll be able to juggle it around, because I see little things where you're going to be like looking, and you're kind of like the person that likes to do your list, like you like everything written down. You're like a visual person, like everything written down. You got everything on it, like a budget and everything like that. So if you're not doing that, then please do that, because that's what I see for you. Andy Dan said, Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Ellie Grace, she says, don't worry, I'm sneezing at home still. Little cutie. I miss you here, Ellie. Not that I don't want Rage here, but I miss her. So I don't miss the frightening sneezes that she gives me when she frightens the life out of me. Like, she'll sneeze, I'm not turning this way, and I jump through the roof. So Regan King, she says, oh, you poor bugger, change of season flu, possibly. Yes. So thank you, Marge. She says, thank you for all you do. You're welcome. So I streamed live last night. I normally have lately been doing 6 hours a week, free psychic medium readings, because I love to help people around the world with my gift. It's a gift. It's not just to fluff up in the air and make myself, a hero. I'm very humble about it. I like to help people around the world so that people can have a better life, or have some peace, or have some guidance, So if I can help with any area, I will.
Except for when she's in a Spider-Man outfit or Spider-Woman outfit, then she's a superhero. While she's
at my
eating
party, her chocolate mousse cake, birthday cake. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Actually, you're making me really want that chocolate mousse cake. Yeah. So I have. So Carol Cook, she says, yes, I have right hip pain. Okay. So Ellie, if she's putting, okay. So we've got some validations here. So let's go. You want to go there, Rage? Did we do that one?
We did Reagan.
Okay, we've done that one. There we go. So Jody Donald.
Okay, no swelling, no, but quite possible she may need the stockings for a surgery, remove a mass. My sister gets headaches all the time, and I have been getting headaches so frequently in the last 2 months.
Oh, no, that's not good.
And Carol Cook, I'm overcompensated on the left side. There's issues with my grandson. And look like groin.
Yeah.
And my grandson has had anxiety issues and the communication breakdown with the son. So happy with this new teaching will bring happiness. Thank you
100%.
so much.
Yeah, you just got to manifest
welcome,
what you want, lovey. If like I've had people on the shows here, if you're here with me on a regular basis, you'll hear lots of people's, sadness and doom and gloom. But when you want something, you ask spirit for it, and you ask spirit to come through, and angels and everything. It's like asking parking angels to get you a parking spot right outside the shopping center so that your hair doesn't get wet before you go into the shopping center, things like that. So,
well, obviously Lesley didn't ask her parking
Yeah.
angels today to get hair wet.
I knew that was coming.
I'm
I'm
paying
psychic,
now.
Oh no,
I
I'm
can't
psychic
help it. I've
now.
got to pay her.
Oh, I know. So Regan King says, wow, that is nearly 1,000 hours of your time and energy to us all, and all free. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you for acknowledging the 1,000 hours. That's probably true. So I do Sunday night 8 till 10 free from home, and then I do Monday night 9 to 11, and then Tuesday night 10 till midnight, so I can help capture the overseas audience. And then I've got up to 130 live shows on my Wednesday night, so I'll just put that on hold for a minute till I catch up the other shows to my Wednesday show. So I've done over 400, and so if you work that out, 345 live shows.
And then there's the Psychic TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then my platform stuff. So,
Yeah.
So that's what I've done. So I do psychic television as well, and do the phones for them. And I get paid for that, but it doesn't really pay for anything, really, to be honest.
Yeah, but still, in that regard, it's for free.
It's just virtually for free. I love to help people, and that's what I do well, I was given this gift when I was sick with the cancer, so I need to share it back. That's how I feel. It's only being grateful that I'm alive. So
pay it forward.
Exactly, 100%. So what else have we got here? So Carol Cook, I've overcompensated on the left side. We've done that one.
Well, if you want to have a look, do you mind if we just go and we'll have ourselves a bit of sponsors right now?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM.
Your sound, your community. Yes, here we go.
Oh, my ears get sweaty. For some reason, I'm going to cut
Get them out of the way, then they're done.
Tag off my back so it doesn't itch me.
You don't mind me joking a bit with you?
No.
Oh, good.
Of course not. Ellie Grace said the best combo.
Enjoy music every Saturday night at Workers Blacktown. Every Saturday night and Sunday afternoon at Workers Sports.
Oh, what the hell have I done here now? Oh, here we go. Oh, I hate it when it does this.
Visit the website
The X.
at www.workersclub.com.au
Just kick myself
for the
out.
full music schedule, plus plenty of other
There it
activities,
is.
including raffles, bingo, promotions, and fun events. Workers is your club. Station sponsor looking for support that caters to your personal needs. Ability Choice Care provides innovative disability and aged care services that focus on the achievement of participant goals.
So she's trying to price her crystal lamp she's made. That's what I was saying about the business. So there you go. She says, I'm confident now on my worth and value.
Oh, that's exciting.
And it's okay for me to change what they're worth. Perfect.
Yay.
That's awesome. Love
That's
it.
excellent. Yeah, me too.
What have we got? 2 more.
That's it.
Oh no, that's really sad.
And marketing strategies, creating great results and making lifelong relationships with 18 years experience.
Oh. Daphne, don't be scared of spirit. It won't hurt you. She's saying that she said, yes, you have read me well. I am spiritually in tune, but I'm a bit scared. Bless you. Don't need to be scared. There's nothing to be scared about.
Go Volunteer lists thousands of volunteering opportunities, and you can search for positions to suit your interests in your own area. Helping others in their time of need makes volunteering a very rewarding experience. More volunteers are needed by many organisations, so don't think about it any longer. Get started right now and check out govolunteer.com.au. It's a free service from Volunteering Australia.
Alive 90.5.
We've got
All today's hits and yesterday's favourites.
Alive 90.5.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to the show. We've got another half an hour or 29 minutes of readings to do, and I've just had this lovely lady come through. She says, Daphne Fontenot, she said, yes, you have read me well. I am spiritually in tune, but a bit scared. Bless you. So when you're in tune with spirit, you need to acknowledge spirit and send them off if you don't want them around, okay? Because they will start to attach themselves to you. And I say that lightly because I'll give you an example. When I started doing this, I knew I always had something from probably when I was 14 or 15 or something like that, but I never used to know how to use it until I started to see other people use it. I went, oh, wow, that's cool. That's what I do. And I was guessing things that I thought I was guessing, but it was actually spirit telling me things. And I used to get massive headaches when I was driving somewhere to go to a course or anything like that. And I used to say, what's wrong with me? I can't see when I do these courses. And then one person in the course said, Lesley, it's all these spirits trying to get through at once. They're trying to get through. They come through on the right side, which is your subconscious mind, which is the mind that talks to spirit and the universe and your past loved ones. And so when you've got the unconscious mind doing that and it's out of control because you have no control over the spirit coming through, you'll attach anything. You'll get everything possibly that you don't want coming through. So you'll get headaches if you're in tune with the universe, or if you're in tune with spirit or whatever it is, just intuitive, then you need to send it off. You need to acknowledge the spirit being there, and you need to send it off and say, I'll call you back when I'm ready. And they'll go away. They'll leave you alone in peace, and just ask them to protect you all the time, 24/7. That's what I do. So she says, how do I tie in my intuitive side into my work? I know I have a gift. I just don't know how to use it better. Do you have any advice from spirit for me? Am I going to get more clients once I figure this out? I want to help as many people as I can. Well, that's the same as me, lovey. So if anyone's got a gift, I always encourage people to use their gift to help people so that they can feel that peace for themselves. When you do this, it's like you're in another world. It's like, for me, I explain it as when you have an airplane and the airplane is flying, the pilot's flying the airplane, you're in automatic mode. So everybody's in automatic mode right now. When you come down to the earth and you land and the airplane is land, that's you grounding yourself. But for me, when I do my readings, it's like I look to my right because I see everything on my right. And then I go underground, under the water. And it's just like you're putting in, you can't really hear anything. You could probably just hear your breathing. That's it. So you feel very at peace. You feel like you've been in a meditated state, or like the whole time you're doing the readings. So that's how I feel when I do my readings. It's not raising my vibration to the moon and thinking that I'm, going to do a sprinting class or something like that. It's crazy. That's just my opinion. I can't do that. I can't raise my vibration that high that I have to, like everyone says in this spiritual world. It's not like that. You have to be a cool, calm, and collective. You have to be sort of like in a meditated state, and then half the time I can't even remember everything that I do or say. But your intuitive side will turn into your psychic side. So most people can be psychic and a medium, and then some people can be just a psychic. So psychic is past, present, and future. Put that brick wall up and then go jump over it to the mediumship side. So for me, I believe that the past, present, and future, which is the psychic side, is coming from my spirit guide. Okay, so my spirit guide is, I was told by an ancient astrologer an ancient documentary writer for Egypt that travels to Egypt and does documentaries. He's on YouTube. He's all over YouTube. He told me, which is one of my friends, he told me that my spirit guide is a pharaoh called Osiris. Okay, so he stands behind me. He's like this huge pharaoh. He's got this big shield, like this gold shield on his neck. And I believe that he is the one that gives me the messages from the other side for the psychic part, which is past, present, and future. However, the mediumship side is from your past loved ones, okay? So they've passed on, and that's the remote viewing that I get. So the remote viewing is exactly how you see it out of the bathroom mirror, and it's got the mist on it. So that's how I see it. And then they give me themes. So the things are, so you can ask your spirit guide, okay, if someone's like me, show me the same theme, doesn't matter which person it is, because that way, that's the sign to me to tell me that that person's like me. So the shadows on my right, I see shadows. I see people running past me on my right. And then I see the person that I'm reading for facing the left, and then I see this shimmer of white light behind, and it's not a ghost behind him. It just, that's my theme from spirit to tell me that the person that I'm reading for is exactly like me, but they don't know how to use it. That's how it works for me. So ask your spirit guides to give you things like themes. Ask them to give you things that remind you of your past loved ones and things like that, and then see what happens, because everybody's got this. They just don't know how to use it. And I'll leave that there. So here we go there, Rage. You've got another validation there.
Oh, okay. It's Reagan King again. Just sent me around her reading you gave her. I had to share it with you.
Oh, she said validation, Shanae.
Shanae.
Yeah.
Oh, there you. Sorry,
Yeah.
Shanae. Yeah.
Just
Shanae
sent
wrote
me.
to me. So my notifications are turned off for Facebook. Right. I was almost asleep when my phone randomly lit up for nothing. There was nothing on my phone at all. Then I just thought, oh, open up my Facebook. I saw you tag me in Lesley Live.
Yeah.
Then straight after I commented on the live, she picked me and said my name, had me in tears. Thank you, lovely, for tagging me in this.
Aww.
Had me in tears. Thank you, lovely, for tagging me in this, as I needed this tonight. Thank you, Lesley.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Donna Brooks, thank you that it resonated with me trying to price my crystal lamps. I'm confident now of my own worth and value, so it's okay for me to charge what they're worth.
Yeah, there you go. It's 100%. So like I said before, with the value of yourself and the value of your product, don't put the price down too much. I feel like you just got to get it in the middle, and then just ask some friends like, what would they pay for this beautiful crystal lamp, So, and I'll give you an honest answer. Don't ask a customer, because I'll say $5.
No, that's right. Well, you take out what it's cost you to make it, and then you put a double on that.
Yeah, there you go. So Simonetta, I've already read for you there, lovey. Okay, so you need to go back to the beginning of the show and watch again. So Chloe, intuition is great. Tap on more. Leslie often says meditation is wonderful also. The Secret Laws of Attraction on YouTube. That's right. So it's called The Secret, and it's called The Secret full movie. It's about 1 hour and 21 minutes or something like that. Ellie will post it up for you. But the intuition is great. So, and like for when you're starting out as a medium or when you're starting out as a psychic, you need to learn to calm your mind. If you can't calm your mind like instantly, like Rach saw me before the show, and she can't believe how quick I can
bring it back
and bring it back to the spiritual side. So that's what I do. I'm very experienced at doing that. So it's like driving a car in automatic mode all the time, but then getting out because you've got to get out and run to the front door because the rain's going to get, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you've got to quickly think about things,
She was riding a stallion, then she got on a draft horse.
Fair enough.
She was kicking her legs up in the air and everything. You got to be worried about a stallion. Then she was just riding a draft horse, just prodding along.
Oh, there we go. Right. Tracy Dickinson, she says, watch The Spirit on the weekend for the second time, and then joined the Facebook page where a woman said she had a warning from my ancestors, and I have someone in the family that did voodoo over me, and I'm not receiving the blessings from the universe I should. Don't believe everything like that, please. I don't believe in that. That's usually a troll that would come on my show and say something like that you need to pay them, $100 to $500 just for them to remove the voodoo. Okay, so don't believe in all that stuff. Just the more you plant seeds and the more you plant things in your mind about stuff like that, the more it's going to happen. Okay, so you'll start to think because you're manifesting it. That's what they want you to do. So Tracy Dickinson, that should have read The Secret. That's all right. I knew what you meant. Ellen LP says, thank you everyone for the supportive comments. It's beautiful. Daphne, thank you, Leslie. This was very helpful. Yes, you're welcome. So Julie Gibson, Leslie has amazing introductory angel divine workshop. Yes, I do. I do workshops on, thank you, Julie. I don't usually promote it on here, but I do workshops. I do private readings as well. So Donna Brooks, how do I recognize my spirit guide, please? So I didn't know my spirit guide for a very long time. Probably it would have been, I'm guessing now, it probably would have been maybe 100 shows ago, maybe 150 shows ago. I don't know. I can't remember, but I feel like it's probably well over a year and a half ago that I didn't know who he was. until I'd spoken. And it was just so weird that I'd spoken to my friend, and my friend had actually brought it up to me and said, well, he was trying to do a reading on me, but I said, no, you got it all wrong, buddy. And this is on a live Zoom over from home. And I said, no, you got it all wrong. And sure as ever, he had it all wrong. And because that's what my spirit will do. My spirit, if they don't like a person, it will scramble everything. It's really weird. It's so bizarre. So, and then I said, look, I feel like that the spirit behind me is like a pharaoh. And that's when he started telling me everything. And he goes, yeah, well, it makes sense now. And then he started explaining to me all this stuff about Egypt and everything else. And I love Egypt. And that's what I studied when I was at high school. So I loved it. So how bizarre is that? So Tiffany Lynch says, thank you. I do have to learn how to ground better. I have been told, and I hear that my spirit guide is Seraphina. I've never heard of Seraphina. I will just trust what I see and hear more. Thank you for taking the time to explain all of that to me. I just have to trust my guide and my family who has passed. 100%, Lovey. So when you start trusting spirit will start showing you, because it's like, if you say, for instance, if I get a number, and I used to get the numbers like, they used to fly past me, used to go 16, 16, 16, like in 1 second intervals. So I can pick it up on the way through and go, oh, wow, that's a 16. Quickly write it down. And then it'll go faster. And then it'll get faster. And now what he does is he goes flash and he gives me a 16. I go, oh my God, I got quickly say it and write it down, So if I don't say that number, he'll do it again. Like it was important before where he did the July, the 25 and the 16 there. You see how he did that?
Yes.
So that's what I mean. So he will show me that as a significant month to them, because 25 means, so 25 to me means nothing, but the 7 or the 7 with the 16, because 167, that'll mean something, either the 7 or July. That's how I know, because he's shown me two different ways, and he'll flash it at me and he'll hammer me for it. If I don't say that, he'll show me another way. So he'll just keep doing that until I get it. Sometimes I miss it altogether, but not very, very common I do that. There you go. She says, sorry, I am working and listening to you at the same time. I must have been on a call. Yeah, Simonetta, I've already read for you, Lovey. So what do we got here? She says, oh, well, what you said. Okay, so Regan King, she says, oh, wow, what you just said about the intuitive work makes so much sense. I am constantly crippled with headaches. There you go. And I didn't realize that the right was spirit connection side, because everything is always on my right side, even to the point I have masses and pain constantly going on, but it all is on my right hand side. That's 100%. That's how I used to get it. And they give me that pain right now too. So you need to acknowledge it and send it off. It's funny, I can't explain this, but I don't hear or see words or vibrations that bring me words, but I feel words. It's strange. Yeah, well, so you have the knowing. So you have all these different clairs, but you have the knowing clair. She says, and I can't explain it. And I feel when I try to explain it to others, how I'm getting what I'm saying, I feel like I'm crazy. But yeah, well, that's the same as me. But don't feel like you're crazy, because you're not. But the strange thing is I see things always out of the corner of my left eye. Yeah, so sometimes you'll get the senses on the right, but then you might see something twitch on your left. It doesn't matter. So you might have a bit of a combination there. I don't know. But 90% of the time is subconscious mind. If you go and look at the brain and if you go onto Google and just search up left and right brain, I teach this stuff. So I'm fully qualified to say it, I must say. Left and right brain, you'll see that the left side is completely different. It's the conscious mind, the mind that's listening to me, but then you have the subconscious mind, which is the right side of your head. So you need to acknowledge the spirit there, Regan, and you need to send it off and tell it to go away until you're ready. Then do like 10 minutes a day. Just pull in spirit and say, hey, I'm ready. If you want to show me a sign, you've got 10 minutes to show me a sign, and they'll get used to it. So you need to control the spirit. Otherwise, the spirit will take over you. So like I said earlier in the show, I tell spirit, I don't want no messages before 9 o'clock at night. I want them all at 9 o'clock till 11 o'clock when I'm live on the show, and that's it. I don't want nothing else, because I don't want to be disturbed. I'm busy setting up. I'm busy getting everything organized. So that's what I need to do with spirit. So I put training boundaries around them so that they don't bother me. And that's with the past loved ones coming over as well. So they've got an opportunity to come through when I'm live, not when I'm not live. And so even when I leave here, I'll just turn off the computer, put it in my bag, lock up the studio, put the alarm on, and go home, and nothing else. That's it. I don't get nothing else. So that's just me. That's how I work. I don't get anything before the show. I don't want nothing after the show, except for protection. That's it. So Regan King, she says, yes, they are the words that the scammers use to get money out of people. Block them when any reader says you have been cursed. 100% you have negative. That is your instant vibration for you. It's a scammer. Block them. Yes, these are just vultures. I don't like people like that, So, but I'll leave that there. So Grand Rising Geraldine too. Tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I always love to know who I'm helping around the world. So Eloise Robin, she's Lesley will announce these workshops on her Facebook. That's right. Thank you. Yes, I haven't put any workshops up yet. I've only just got my traction after the last 2 big workshops that I did. They were full on. The first one went for 5 hours. The second one went for 4 hours. So I need a breather. So, and plus I work full time too, like I don't vulture off people to do private readings and take people's money. I'd rather help them on here all the time. But, if I have to do a private reading, I do a private reading. So where are we up to? Karen Riley, happy birthday to anyone who is having a birthday today, as I have a few living in spirit. May you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Karen. It's beautiful. And how are you going there, Rage? You're hanging in there?
Yeah.
And where's our Ellie? How are you going there, Ellie?
Good.
She's cute.
I'm alive.
She's alive still. So what else have we got here? So Geraldine Carlton, she says, Grand Rising to you all. Happy Mother's Day to you and all the heavenly mothers above. Any messages for me today, please? And thank you so much for your time. Yes, I don't know why, but I feel quite fatigued around you. Now, do you have the sniffles, or what's with the back as well? Because I feel like my back, or underneath my right side of my, what's called the scap, my shoulders just cracked. Everything is just creaking, like on my right side of my arm, and it feels like I can't get my right arm up as well. So what's going on there? So Geraldine. So what's going on with the right side of the body? Or is this an elderly lady around you? I feel like this is an elderly lady that had issues with the right side of her shoulder. And she's also, it was you or her that's got the anxiety as well. So I'm getting the number 18. I just had the number 18 flash at me. 1 and 8 is 9 in the month of September. So what's coming up there? Now, did this person have a fall? Because I feel like this is into the shoulder, into the collarbone. I feel like this person's gone forward and landed straight on this collarbone. So I feel like there's either a sublux, which we call is a sublux for the collarbone, which is like a dislocated collarbone. It's very painful. I've had one, and it's never the same. So the joint is never the same on the collarbone. So what's happening there around this person? So if this is not around you, just 1 second, Karen Riley or Regan King, maybe Brenda Thompson, someone around there. I feel like there's something not right with a person, an elderly lady or some female with the arm, because my shoulder's cracking. Everything's not going well for the shoulder. Okay, so it feels like muscular pain as well. Not you, is it? And I'm also getting 14 around you. 1 and 4 is 5 in the month of May. So coming up in the end of May, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of ups and downs here for just coming up into the last week of May. They're saying to me, hold the fort, 7 days of rest after that. Okay, so 7 days. I don't know what they mean by 7 days, but I just heard 7 days / rest. So what does that mean? So I'm also getting property as well. Do you have a contract or something else that needs to be signed, or what's going on there? Because I see paperwork and I see it looks like 3 types of different paperwork that you need to sign or something like that. But I feel like one is something like with the property, and maybe the other 2 is with work or something like that. But careful what you're signing, okay? So when I see contracts, it's usually a message from spirit to watch out for the clauses in the contract, all right? And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Okay, so what else have we got here? Regan King, Donna Brooks, you are loved, appreciated, and gratefully received. Thank you, Miss Lesley. Thank you. Tiffany Lynn, she's from Boston in Massachusetts. Did I say that right?
That's it.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
Andy Dan, it's 1 year tomorrow of a friend went to rule the rainbows and do amazing things. I love how you said that. Rule the rainbows. That's beautiful. So that's really cool. I like that. I love that, Andy Dan. Marge, she's from Ireland. Will Adam pass his driving test tomorrow? I do see, I don't know why, but we over here, we have P plate and I see a green P plate. I don't know why. I don't even know what color you would have over in Ireland, but I do see smiles. Okay. And even if he doesn't, the norm for people, there was a study done many years ago, and the norm for people to get their license is around 5 times just to do the test. So there's 5 times that you will fail before you get it right. Can you believe that?
For your driving, yeah.
Yeah, for your driving, for your L's. So it's probably a good thing. You don't want to rush him into getting the license too quick, you know. So if they learn the hard way, then it's better, because then they learn to appreciate it more. So, and I'll leave that there. Tracy Dickinson says, I feel so blessed to be able to watch you, Lesley, and learn just from listening to your show. Sending you blessings for all that you do. Thank you, lovey. Karen Riley, thank you, Lesley, for everything that you do for all of us. You're our shining angel. Thank you, Karen. Beautiful. 1 second. So where am I up to? Night, everyone. Remember your spirits. Okay, so Andy Dan's going to bed. Alison Turner, loved and shared. Hi, welcome. She's looking for work as soon as possible. What and when does Spirit have for my next successful opportunity? Gratitude. I like how you said that, Alison. You're very positive. I do feel like a couple of weeks is coming up, and they're just saying to me 14 around you. So, Alison, I think you asked me this question last week. I'm just trying to remember. So, 100% end of May. So I just got 14/5 or May, but I feel like end of May. So that's going to be 2 weeks time. I said that, didn't I, at the start?
Yep.
So 2 weeks time. So coming up in 2 weeks time, I feel like things are going to change for you. Okay, they're showing me the dollar signs as well. So I'm getting dollar signs. So look for the role that's how can I say it? That's all for you, okay? It might be a couple of dollars less, but it's going to be all about you, okay? So don't look for the role with the money. And I feel like there's 2 to 3 opportunities coming up, okay? 2 to 3. They're saying to me 2 to 3. You're going to be choosing the second one, and they're showing me light blue. I've said this before with interviews, okay? So whatever you do is wear a light blue top, okay? So that the light blue, very elegant, very neutral color. And I've said this before about light blue with interviews. I like that color, okay? And if you've got a scarf, I don't know why they're showing me either the light blue top and the black scarf, or definitely light blue top. I don't understand why they show me the scarf. So why they show me the scarf for? Because it looked like a similar color, but then I saw a light blue stripy scarf, and then I saw a black one. So I don't get it. So if you've got one of them, try that as well. And I'll leave that there. So N for new, L for learner. Yes, Marge, that's right. So we have L for learner over here, and they must have N for new over there in Ireland.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't know that.
No, we do now.
We do now. She says, I'll bet you know how he does. She says, N for new means you've passed. Oh, okay, right. Okay. Yeah, well, I still see I see they show me green P, so I don't understand that, whatever that is. So that's definitely the license. L is for when learning to driving in Ireland. So they got the L as well.
Yeah.
They just have the N for new. Okay.
So when you
that
see
makes
the
more
P,
sense with the N, doesn't it?
Yeah, but when you see the P, that means it's an N.
N, yeah, that's
for them.
right.
So
that's
you're
right.
yeah.
So
Our
I
P
feel
is
like
their N.
That's right. Yeah. So I
There you
still feel, because I see is that the first one they'd get what colours are they?
I think they're green and red.
You get L plated. You get L plated for a year, then you go red P's here for a year, and then you have to be on your green P's, which is P2 for 2 years. Then you can get your full license.
Wow, that's a lot compared to what we had to do. We just went straight to black. It was a good old day.
It was.
Bugger that. I don't think I could handle doing that the other way. But anyway, what's the time here? So we're going to say goodnight to everybody, and thanks for joining us. We're going to do the Mother's Day prayer that Miss Harvey gave me last night. I just want to say thank you to Rage, and thank you to Ellie on the other side, still getting better from her flu.
Thank you, Ellie.
And this is what it is. It says Mother's Day. And this is a beautiful prayer from Wendy Harvey, our spirit writer. And it goes like this. A very happy Mother's Day to all on here. I hope you had a special day with your loved one so dear. Hopefully you showed just how much she means on this day. I'm sure her smile would have given it away. Maybe you took her for lunch or maybe for tea. You made her smile. It would have been plain to see. Many get together to celebrate on this special day. However, many miss out on, I can honestly say. For those that have lost their mum in this thing called life, I hope and pray for you today that today was all right. We only ever have one birth mum. Of course we know. If you have loved and lost her, maybe feeling quite low, then light up a candle for her tonight to show her how thankful for she gave you life. Love and light and blessings and good night, everybody. And you're listening to Alive 90.5 FM. We'll be back next week from 9 to 11 on a Monday night. And see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Say goodbye there, Rach.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. I'm just going to turn this off. Whoa, where am I? See you later.